Good afternoon, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling well. Today, we're moving back into some Public Image LTD, second edition, metal box, whatever you want to call it. We're listening to the next track where we left off after Memories, which is Swan Lake. I'm imagining, based off of Swan Lake, the ballet. I don't know. I've never seen it. I don't believe so. Anyways. I have this track, I always pull up the lyrics, the Wikipedia page. And when I pulled up the Wikipedia page, it actually took me to this page for Death Disco, which I was kind of confused about. But I see that this song, Death Disco, was released in an alternative, shorter version as Swan Lake. So because we're following the album, I guess we're listening to Death Disco, but it's a shorter version entitled Swan Lake. Here in Orlando, in Orlando we have a lake that's like the centerpiece of Orlando. It's like the big thing. It's called Lake Eola, right? And at Lake Eola, we have swans there. It's kind of like it's like our animal. Basically, we have swans. I used to have a really cool shirt that was like swans and they were in like an ice cream cone. But when I gained weight, I got rid of the shirt. And now that I'm back down, I don't have the shirts. So there's that for you. Anyways, let's go ahead and dive in. We'll talk about it a little bit after. Here we go. There it is. I like that song. Kind of a death disco. I hear it. I actually really like this. That's a very disco-ish bass fill, that rise. Is this a solo? Kind of a guitar solo. That's a sneaky little wobble, Jaw. Sneaky little wobble. Into the mic. I guess it really is like a death disco. Got it. It's just tasty every time it happens. synth rising through for fade out. What? What a strange and interesting ending that was. Okay. I know for a fact that there's a certain section of my viewers that hate this. Cool. I get it. This actually sounded really cool to me. Okay, so hear me out. This is definitely like a post-punk sound, but definitely educate me because I don't know. There's a genre called death rock, and if I remember correctly, we listened to a little bit. This is actually a genre I really don't know anything about. We listened to a little bit. I believe it was Christian Death and Rudimentary Peni. I think that those two bands were also categorized in that death rock sound. Is this track also kind of in that sound? Maybe it's just because of the post-punk leanings and the title and the theme of the song that I'm getting that from. But I'm just trying to like get my categories right. I know not all music has to be defined, but listen, if you like something, you want to define it so you can find more of that. I'm just curious. I think that this was a really cool track. I love how, yes, it is a death thematically, disco musically. Even that bass markup that wobble brings in, it's very disco-y. It makes you move, but it's kind of a sullen move. It's a sullen sway you're doing in this one. I think that was so well done. Okay, remember when we first started listening to Sex Pistols and I started listening to punk, a genre that I don't know a thing about, and I was always complaining, well, sometimes I was complaining about the music itself, but the vocals from John himself, his vocals here, they work for me so well. Like, the way that he's just kind of crying and shrieking and whatever he's doing in there, like it just works with this kind of, not maniacal, that is not the word I mean, but with this dramatic, depressing kind of sound. Like, and then the ending of this track was so weird. The music was like fading out, then it would pop back in, fade out, pop back in, and this does end the second side of the, am I correct? Yeah, this ends the second side of the album. So, wait, does it? Yeah, side B. I'm sorry, I'm confused. Here we go. This is why I'm confused. Original release, it ends side B of the album. Second edition, it doesn't end the second side of the album. So, I mean, it did stop quite sharply there at the end. But that was a cool effect. I feel like that may have been something that was done perhaps like for records or in some capacity. Like it would be more unique playing it on a record, like on a turntable, or maybe not. I don't know. I think it was cool though, whatever it was. But getting back to the singing, the lyrics and everything, which let's do this at the same time. Seeing in your eyes, words can never say the way. Told me in your eyes, final in a fade. Never no more hope away, final in a fade, seeing in your eyes. Never really know, never realize, silence in your eyes. Never really know till it's gone away. Never realize, silence in your eyes, seeing it in your eyes. I mean, I think here's your theme, basically. The whole time he's just watching someone die. Watch her slowly die, saw it in her eyes, choking on a bed, flowers rotting dead, seen it in her eyes. Perhaps flowers rotting dead because this person was sick and flowers were brought, and of course now they're rotting. Ending in a day, silence was away, singing in your eyes, words cannot express. So I feel like the whole track is grieving. And well, here's some information on here. And the whole time, the vocals actually like really emphasize that. There's no control. There's no rhyme, reason, no structure. Like, why? It's just grieving. It's just an emotional outcry. And I think that is so well done. How that's done. Now, let me get to the Wikipedia page over here. So we already mentioned about the Swan-like thing. The title change reflects the quote from Tchaikovsky's ballet score that surfaces in Keith Levine's guitar part. I'm not familiar enough with it to have caught that. That was a cool little guitar solo in there, though. In his autobiography, Lydon stated that the song was written for his mother, who had died of cancer not long before. I watched her die, he told Select in 1990. She was tough, my mom. She asked me to write a disco song for her funeral. This was hardly happy stuff. There you go. I don't care what AllMusic says. It says also included in the live album. It was ranked number 11 among the top tracks of the year by NME in 1979. Did they do that on purpose, by the way? NME? Like, did they make it so like you're saying enemy? Is that what they were doing? Is that the thing? I don't know. I think that this was such a cool track, though. And Levine's, that little synth part at the end where it's starting to rise. At first, I thought it was leading into another track, but it's just kind of a way of bookending it rather than more so than anything. That was a cool track. I enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys did as well. Of course, you can let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. Not let me know your thoughts. No. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all later. Bye. Gnawing your thoughts like I'm chewing on them.